So at long last, there's a new Scorn trailer, and I thought I'd do a sort of quick reaction video, just for fun, to see, how much I might notice during a first viewing. So we'll go in full screen. There's a pregnant entity from the Series X trailer, or a giant head statue of it, and another statue of a similar in make and model to similar in appearance to the giant head statues also from the Series X trailer, and a bunch of different sort of pregnant looking statues as well. This background here reminds me a lot of the tunnels for the derelict ship in Alien. And now they're saying it's October 2022. Not a whole lot to really go on early on. I mean, this is definitely, I think, the most Giger-ish this here we've seen from a Scorn trailer. Giger was very heavy on sort of grayish dark murals with some symmetry to it. He did a little bit of asymmetry where this looks to be like completely symmetrical. This is probably here like the best visage we've gotten of like a Scorn person, and what I notice is like the guy doesn't have any sort of visible lungs to him like Scorn guy does. And his torso is also a little bit different from what we've seen in Scorn guy. Meanwhile, once again, secondary and presumably primary sexual organs are a thing in Scorn World. There's these plants here that's kind of interesting. So I guess Scorn World does have some flora in it. It's not just animals and not just meat stuff. But it's kind of interesting how the head of the sort of pregnant entity is overlooking all of this. Like this is just some giant fertility shrine. And like everything else in Scorn World, you can see with these sort of hangings here and how some of it's kind of chipped away and rotted. Especially this guy's arm here, that it's been a long time since anything was here. But interestingly enough, it looks like it's just, the wear and tear of time. I don't see any red weed. I don't see any evidence that the bears were here. Oh shit, there's Scorn guy. I didn't even see him. There he is. Yeah, I can see like this guy has his like neck and shoulders visible while Scorn guy is wearing that kind of collar he has in the game. And this, really again makes me think that was kind of like a different cast to Scorn people. Like some hierarchy to them, and Scorn guy is just like one of the drones that just blew in here after everything failed. Hey, Scorn guy. Didn't even see you there. So focused on the magnificence of everything here. And not really anything to glean from here, but it really does. Like, look up alien derelict ship concept art, and like there's almost an exact drawing Giger did of something, a tunnel like this. And October 2022. How likely is that? I don't fucking know. I mean, surprise, surprise, I'm skeptical, but I do hope this is like the final sort of date. It's quite a ways away from what their previous assumption is. Their previous release date, I'm not sure how exactly it could get to a point where it's like, yeah, we'll be releasing the game late next year, and then oh shit, we can't make that. It's going to be like basically an entire year later. But whatever, hopefully this is like the final date. No change to the logo from any previous iterations. It kind of looks like they're using the older version, actually, now that I look. It's hard to see, it's shrouded in so much mist. I'll have to examine this a bit closer. So, not a lot that can be shown off in a minute. I assume that this is in a similar location to the giant head statues. I mean, you have like a sort of relief or bust of the pregnant entity that Scorn guy came across, and then you have like I think this is smaller statue head of the giant heads in that room. It's kind of amusing that in that room, there was the giant head statue room, there were multiple kind of male heads looking around, and then just a single female entity there, and now there's like a ton of female entities with just a singular male one. Though I do think that whatever this is probably the highest of the hierarchy. It does come to question, though, like, why are they, so obsessed with sex and reproduction like this if they do grow Scorn people out of walls? Like, what's the use of all these motifs here? There is, in the Series X trailer, a statue of two Scorn entities having sex, and the background of that looks a bit different than here. It actually looks kind of clean and pristine, where this is clearly, probably exposed to the elements. That could be natural light coming in. So, yeah, guess I'll have to look at this trailer closer, probably with, well, it's about as good sayings as you can get. And, we'll see what there is to decipher.